What is the thing you envy of the opposite sex? Being able to whip it out and pee anywhere easily and not having to use toilet paper to dry off. As a man, being able to be friendly with kids that aren't my own and nurturing in general without being worried about how it's perceived by others, well, some at least, as being sinister or weird. Don't like to say good things about myself, raised to be modest and all. But I'm really good with kids. Able to engage with them at a level they understand and teach them while being friendly. Probably comes from having a sis 6 years younger. Be patient, entertain and protect. I understand why people are suspicious these days, but if I was a woman I don't think I'd have to worry about it so much. That would be nice. Screw having periods though, I have some friends who are often absolutely wrecked by those. LOL, how soon till someone posts asking what is the thing you don't envy about the opposite sex do you think? Not carrying the risk of accidentally crushing your balls. Being able to pee your name in the snow. No fucking periods. Clothing options. I feel like women have such a broad range of clothing options compared to men. And you can wear leggings without being seen as weird. Edit, fuck it, I'm buying some leggings. Female here. Things I envy about men: decent pockets in clothing, never expected to wear heels, can pee standing up, without making a mess, much less shaving needed to be socially acceptable in summer, can usually reach higher shelves without a stepladder. Things I don't envy: out of context boners, expectation to never be emotionally vulnerable while the face has a lot less surface area than everything I'm expected to shave. It seems like a much more complicated job, much less choice for work clothes, general societal views on masculinity and lack of freedom to act outside of that without judgment. A woman not being feminine is praised, a man not being masculine is ridiculed. Edit, I see now that I was horribly misguided about how easy it is for men to pee standing up without making a mess. Thank you for educating me, men of Reddit. Easier ability to age and it not be considered something to hide or cover up, but something that can even be seen as more distinguished or respectable. I hate making the first move. Would be nice not to have to. There goes my notifications. Thank you all for your nice comments. The emotional support. I may have a dick, but I do have heart as well, however unbelievable and surprising it may sound. I always appreciate someone showing they actually do care about me. I always treasure it. Not being ridiculed for being emotional and vulnerable. Not having to deal with the side effects of birth control. I want a dick. I want to stand and pee, jerk off easier, and it looks fun. I remember leaving a friend's house with my year-old baby girl and she was not having it. As I carried her to my car she was crying up a storm. I have never felt more judged or nervous about carrying my own child as I did on that 30-second walk to my car. My wife and other moms just didn't understand why I felt nervous. Not having your body torn up by pregnancy and giving birth. How easy reproduction is for men. Yes, I understand they have their own issues, but I would swap any day. The constant unease when you know you are close to your period. Is it discharge or did I bleed? If I stand up, will I leave a mark? The monthly general uncomfortableness, pain, moods, bloating and cost of periods. The side effects of birth control and cost of it. The fear of unwanted pregnancies. The stigma of abortions. And the fact men don't have to screw up their bodies to bring kids into the world. Very, very envious of this. Not having periods. Not getting a boner at the funeral service. I mean, my grandfather is hot, but come on. Being less susceptible to contracting UTIs. Shit's painful. Multiple orgasms. Straight up. Not all women are capable of multiple orgasms. I'm not sure how common that is though. Not being seen as always chasing sex. I hate that I can't sit down and get to know someone without them thinking that I want to get in their pants. Also, people cross the street so they don't walk next to me at night. I've started crossing the street first so they don't have to, and because I don't want anyone to feel unsafe. I totally understand why this happens, and why it should happen, and I support people protecting themselves. I just wish we didn't live in a society where this was necessary. I have an overactive bladder. I do anything to be able to neatly pee in a bottle. Edit, I'm saying this as someone with a medical condition who's had to pee in a cup or bush many times when I couldn't get to a restroom quick enough. I've even peed my pants before. There, I said it. Please relax. I just want to be listened to. You have no idea how impossible it is to be a woman in a small town where everyone still holds the same 1950s values. Nobody ever takes me seriously, nobody listens to what I have to say, and nobody thinks I have good ideas until a man repeats them. And I can't even get angry about it because then I get "you're cute when you're mad, winky face," or "is it that time of the month?" Also, being able to exist on the internet without getting pictures of people's genitals sent to me all the time would be nice. I'm jealous of how men can pee in the woods on hiking trips. Divorced dads have entered the chat. More acceptable to be a stay-at-home parent. People taking their reports of sexual assault seriously. If someone from my sex beats someone of opposite sex people, I'm a report the police. If someone from the opposite sex beats someone from my sex people, he must have done something wrong. Totally worth the beating : It's much rarer for a guy to get a compliment than a girl. Which sucks because compliments are just nice to get. Not having periods. My current birth control means I haven't had a period in 6 years, but I live in dread of that disgusting, dirty, sweaty feeling, always preparing for leaking or staining and painful cramps. Their height: I wanna be tall, too loudly crying face. Not having to worry about having kids up until a certain age? Well, I know sperm quality starts to decline also with age, but I think that happens much later in life for men, whereas women are recommended to have kids by age 35, because after that, higher risks of defects can arise. A couple things as a guy dude, / not expected to make the first move by default. I am very shy. / having me time seems a lot more fun as a woman, and I am very jelly. Not having to worry about your safety around the opposite sex. Pretty much nothing. Between periods, being expected to shave and pluck your body hair, mouth breathers occasionally harassing you in public, not being able to piss standing up, huge disadvantage when it comes to public toilets, the hours-long hair and skincare routines every night, whatever the fuck else the poor fucks have to deal with, I see no significant advantages whatsoever. If anything, you couldn't pay me to be a woman. I hate how all the worst stuff in society, stuff like dangerous work, has to be done by men, and no consideration can be made for you. If it's hard, or stressful, or dangerous, or anything like that and you're struggling with it, or would like some help, you're literally told to be a man, man up, quit being a bitch. In recent years, I have seen some inroads and improvements be made. So, that's nice. Young men nowadays might get to grow up and not think they are a disposable commodity. Not having balls. Balls are problematic passengers for me. Also being able to dress lavishly and colorfully without it being considered weird. Not being expected to constantly think, plan, strategize, and carry out all household chores, while being successful in a professional career. They don't have to wear makeup and have clear skin to be considered good looking. Helicopter penis. Not being in extreme pain every month, and having your pain be taken seriously by medical professionals in general. Not being ridiculed for being sexual and also not wanting kids. It would be nice to be able to go to the bar and decide I feel like taking someone home tonight and just be able to. I slept with a woman who told me I was her #300 and something, because for the last 5 years or so she would pick up a new guy at a bar every Friday. Which isn't even that crazy, to be honest, you'd have more frequent sex in a relationship. But it kind of blew my mind how easy it can be for women. Not complaining, mind you, just envious. Dildos. Cows, what we have? Some skin-like rubber with badly cut cylindrical hole, while women can get 3-foot long, 10-inch in diameter horse dick with additional tentacles, 5-axis movement, 100 levels of vibration, automatic heating, and wine bottle holder. Pretty much nothing. Between periods, being expected to shave and pluck your body hair, mouth breathers occasionally harassing you in public, not being able to piss standing up, huge disadvantage when it comes to public toilets, the hours-long hair and skincare routines every night, whatever the fuck else the poor fucks have to deal with, I see no significant advantages whatsoever. If anything, You couldn't pay me to be a woman.